Hi, this is Cycle 2, Week 2 Fine Arts. This is mirror images. You might want to start with just drawing on your whiteboard a simple chart like this, and you can just talk about the different elements that you learned about last week: the closed circles, the open circles, the lines, the curved lines, and the angled lines. And you can have different kids draw, or you can draw as they suggest kinds of things. Just to review what it was. 2 minutes, very simple. The next thing that we're gonna have 2 activities today. Oh, in the instructions that I have, I also put some optional books. Sometimes you might have these, you might get these from the library. These are also things that you can just send home to your parents as a, hey, you might want to get this from the library. It's a good continuation activity of what we're learning about. This week, so we're going to do 2 activities. The first one is a mirror image directly. So each child is going to get a large sheet of paper. They are going to put a name label on it. Then they're going to fold it in half. It doesn't have to be exact, but fold in half. And then they're going to take these washable tempera paints. Everyone's got some. You can use as much as you need, but please just be careful with excessive use. And if you do run out, we can always get more. So kids are going to drop some paint on here. Obviously, these are going to squeeze out. Littler kids might need more help. Bigger kids might need to be told to kind of ration. If you get too much paint on here, it's not going to, it's just going to look muddy and kind of blurry. So the kids are going to have their paint on either side. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pretend it's on this side. And they're going to have some blobs around. It can kind of be anything, but it's just going to be on this side. When they are done, they are going to fold the top over, and then they're going to kind of push it out gently, and that'll make a nice effect. And when they're done with that, they'll take the top paper and they'll slowly peel back the image, and that will give you your mirror image on both sides. That's all for the first project. The second project is more of an interpretation of mirror image, but I think it's really cool. So each kid's going to get a sheet of white paper, and they're going to draw, don't mind my other stuff, but they're going to draw like a circle in the middle, and it's actually going to be, the end product is not going to look like that, but that is what we are going after. So it is kind of a moon with butterflies around it. So just to give you an idea. So they're going to start with a circle in the middle of their picture, and then for the older kids, I wouldn't even do this with the younger kids, but the older kids can then take some watercolors and some lighter blues and paint around that moon image to kind of give it that glow effect. And then each kid is going to take half a sheet of paper towel. That's all they're going to need. And I have in the instructions to cut it into 1-inch white squares. I don't think you need to do that, but you just need to tell the kids that they can't. What I'm trying to avoid is kids taking sheets of paper this big and saying, okay, I'm good. Like, they really need to be small sheets of paper. I don't know, is that smaller than your thumb? I'm trying to like give a good reference point. Even that's probably a little too big. So they want small images, finger size maybe, and depending on how many they can do. What they're going to do then, around their circle, you kind of saw that picture. I'm trying to make sure, there you go. They're going to take 2 pieces of that paper, 1, 2, like that, and then I'm going to see if I can do this. And then they're going to get it wet with water, liquid watercolors. So liquid watercolors, these are, I'm calling artist palettes. I already have paint in there, so I'm trying to be careful. And those are in your green bin inside of this blue bin. It might say scissors, it might say something else. They're all the way at the bottom. There's a pack of them. So those are in there. There are also gloves in there. You might want gloves if you don't want to get your hands. This will probably, at least for adults, you will have paint on your fingers. That doesn't come off super easily. It's not washable. So you're going to take that paper towel. So I have some paint in here. And I'm going to, there you go, you can see it. Okay. So I'm going to get it wet. It only will hold so much water. And then I'm going to kind of lightly press it down. And I'm finding that 2 to 3 dabs of paint on each paper towel is about good. So I'm just going to do the other one really quick to show you. So you're going to have the other one. The idea is that you want the other one touching, there it is, just enough to make almost a butterfly-like feel. Okay? So once that is done, you get the idea. Once that is done, then these are some of the other ones that I have done. You're going to peel them off. You're going to take just the paper towel piece off. And they make these really cool. Now here's a good example where the purples, I didn't put enough paint on and it made more of a blob than more of a butterfly-like shape. Here's some red ones that I did. And these, if you put a nice amount, it gives a really cool texture feel on it. So then I have, if you have enough time, and probably maybe for bigger kids or anything, but what you can do is you can take a pencil, or I'm going to use this because I have it right now, and you can make simple images. I just put that on there to make it kind of look like a butterfly, and that's all. And that's what you're going to do. So again, I'll show you the end result picture like that. So you have that blue halo, and then you have, again, look at how small these paper towel pieces are. And they're not all perfect, and it doesn't have to look exactly like a butterfly, but it's just the idea of those two pieces coming together and trying to use a lot of different colors. We do only have 6 liquid watercolor containers. That will be enough for our whole community. I'm just trying to figure out how to make that work so everyone can use all of the colors. I don't know how yet, so please just be flexible with us as that day comes. Thanks.